Hello everybody, welcome to our newest edition of Callie Plays Nancy Drew. This time we're going to be tackling Curse of Blackmoor Manor. This is the first game that we've come to that I've never beaten. It's kind of daunting because this one scared me, it like intimidated me and scared the ever-living crap out of me. But I'm going to beat it. I'm going to beat it on Senior Detective, and we're going to do this. Let's go. Ooh.
Welcome to my latest case, the Curse of Blackmoor Manor. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
I shouldn't do this. I'm going to, but I shouldn't. And my notebook on the floor.
Dear Ned, greetings from jolly old England. Although right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part. That's because I'm on my way to Blackmoor Manor, where the daughter of one of our neighbors is living. The daughter, whose name is Linda, recently married Hugh Penvellyn, a British diplomat. Hugh travels a lot, so the only people at the manor with Linda are Hugh's aunt, Mrs. Drake, and Hugh's 12-year-old daughter, Jane. The thing is, ever since Linda moved into
that
the
job is
manor,
creepy.
her health has gone downhill. She's practically bedridden, and no one seems to know why. Her mother is convinced something is terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark, foggy moor. I can't tell whether the butterflies in my stomach are because I'm excited or just a tad creeped out. Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
I hope.
Night, miss. Good luck.
That's not creepy at all. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck?
Hello?
We're like 5 seconds into this game and it's already scared the heck out of me. F this game.
Child. Over there! I mean, something was out there.
Come in.
This is like Mrs. Hughes' evil sister.
I'm Mrs. Drake.
Sure
I take
you
it
are.
you're Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I heard something, too.
Oh, people are always seeing and hearing things on the moor at night, especially you Americans. Why don't you just go on up to your room? It's the one with the moon on the door.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is, not quite ready to meet with you just now. But please, come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right, thank you.
Whoa, okay, so... How do we get out of this? Oh, that's how. That's gonna be awful to figure out. Okay, that's gonna be a puzzle. It's only 6 p.m. That's the old school one. Oh, we have a clock in the room?
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
More likely a telescope. Oh! Chorus. Huh. A lot of astronomy stuff here.
Wonder what goes there.
Another puzzle. This already reminds me of Message in a Haunted Mansion, and we're like 2 minutes into it. Ludi sine gadio, ludi sine sunt. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that's how that puzzle box gets open, but I'm not trying it now. Okay, how... Not that way.
Oh, Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
I hope that's not a puzzle. If anyone out there remembers a very, very old children's movie called The Marvelous Musical Mansion, the stairs used to do that. I don't like that. It's gonna...
Get it. Stay in Italy as long as you want then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be.
Oof.
It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Oh, this place is all kinds
This
of...
must be Mrs. Drake's room.
How do we know that? Oh my god, the parrot!
Oh, it's just a parrot.
Scared ya?
Polly want a cracker?
Not Polly! Lolo! 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 Lolo!
I remember.
Okay, I get the point. Lulu.
Lolo! 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 Lolo!
Bye, bird.
Cheerio! And the winner is Lulu!
Oh my gosh.
I need the key.
Who's the pretty bird in the mirror?
Oh my gosh. Lulu's a gem. How... That guy's got his head knocked off. This isn't the conservatory, so let me go do that first. That's probably the library, I think. Conservatory? Ah, yes, conservatory. Okay, this place I could get used to.
Looks like John Penbelin may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
Winter Plant Hybridizers Association of Great Britain. 1912 Award for Outstanding Achievements. Mr. Wilker? I actually knew somebody with that last name. This is a puzzle. I know this is a puzzle.
A carnivorous plant. Cool.
Not cool. Not cool. Don't get fed to it.
All settled in? Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise. Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvillans have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells.
Wow.
Now, we do have two other house guests. Are Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvillan family history in the library, and Ethel Bossany, Jane's tutor.
Do you know what's wrong with Linda?
Oh, Linda simply needs some time to adjust to her new living situation. England is not the United States. We do things differently, or should I say properly, here.
Ooh.
The doctor believes it's just a case of nerves.
Her mother told me she refuses to let anyone see her. Is that true?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now, please, I really do not have time to entertain you. You may have the run of the house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours. 2 rules Jane seems incapable of following. And before I forget, our kitchen is being remodeled, so our dining situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
I'm concerned about that thing I saw outside.
It was purely your imagination, unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not countenance any histrionics about this issue. We have enough to worry about with Linda. And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot. She must be over 80 years old. Please be very careful with her, especially if you feed her. Parrots have quite delicate constitutions, you know.
Don't feed the bird, you will kill her.
Goodbye.
That will be bad. Run along.
Messing with her plants is probably not a good idea.
A
Do
tissue.
you have allergies, Mrs. Drake?
Oh, yes. Hay fever. Although I'm not at all sure what's worse, my allergies or that medication. It makes me feel as if I'm about to float right out of my shoes. Who's hungry? Who's ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
She's talking to a carnivorous plant. Okay. There's gargoyles all over this building. Ah, you
Ah,
miss.
yes. Are you here from the agency? It's about time.
No, I'm Nancy Drew, a friend of Linda's.
How do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee. I'm researching the Penvillen family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvillens. Until now.
Why do you think that is?
It might have something to do with their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Scandalous history?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride, I dare say.
So we got a witch.
And then there's the whole business with the Blackmoor beast.
Who was the family member?
Eleanor Penvillen, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650. Quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex.
In
It was
Essex.
rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
But she wasn't actually a witch?
Who knows? Lady Penvillen was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies
Ah.
and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was a practitioner of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells. Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
This man writes like an episode of Ghost Hunters.
Tell me about the Penvillen family treasure.
For centuries, the Penvillens have been very secretive. Some believe they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret.
Can you tell me about the Blackmoor beast?
It's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvillen, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, She not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It was rumored that the beast was Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvillan secret.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary. Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive, and I heard it make this kind of growling sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvillan, prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
Very funny. Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvillans who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Farewell.
Law books, 16th century.
I doubt you'll find much of interest in there. They're mainly law books. Charles Penvillan was a prominent judge in the 16th century. Sad to say, he lost his son at a young age, left his estate to his grandson, Thomas.
Manuscripts.
Those manuscripts are very old and brittle. They date back to the 14th century. Odo Penvillan collected most of them. His father, Randolph, and son Milo were rather more interested in military victories than in book collecting.
This family's fascinating.
Those are mainly Penelope Penvillan's collections of French novels. She was a patron to a raft of artists, and her salon was quite popular. She was quite the libertine, even kept her maiden name after her marriage.
Wow. Interesting to know about these people.
Do you mind if I use this computer?
No, not at all. But it's very old. Feel free to use mine if I'm not here.
Who's Alan?
Alan Penvillan was a noted researcher in computers and languages. Jane let me into his computer, but there was nothing much of interest on it.
What's the password?
I'm not sure.
I bet Jane knows what it is.
Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvillan sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married. But one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
Changeling? Huh. This must be Hermes. Okay. It's the second coming of Monty. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna touch it yet.
Wonder what happened in there.
Fire damage is repaired. Ooh. In recognition of Bridget Penvillan, sponsor of the Essex Cricket Club. This time is fleeting. There's a whole bunch of, oh boy. I can already see puzzles I know that are gonna happen. Oh, I don't like this music.
Linda? Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. Our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
And I'm sorry to have to bother someone in your condition.
My condition? What's my mother told you? What her son-in-law keeps telling me? That it's all in my head? That I'm just an unhappy new bride? That I just need time to adjust? I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. But that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known. That's everything you need to know. Now if...
Mummy, can I come in?
No, you're supposed to be in your lessons.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Okay.
That was my stepdaughter. She can be such a pest sometimes. Anyway, I understand you feel an obligation to my mother, but trust me, there's nothing you can do. You're welcome to stay, but I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
This is weird.
Please, Linda, just tell me what's wrong. Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me.
Lotion, a mirror. It's just kind of typical bedside table stuff. That must be Linda. Everything's covered, like... No one's lived here. This is the strangest...
Hi, you must be Nancy. I'm so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come to
Creepiest
visit
child
my
ever.
stepmom, but I'd love it if you could pop by whenever you get the chance. Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
Not right now. Maybe later. I'd like to ask some questions first.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy? I mean, Linda. I do hope you'll help. She's been a bit out of sorts lately.
When did she start getting sick?
I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady, all dressed in black, putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
Did you recognize the woman?
I couldn't see her face because she wore a cape with a hood. The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
Sure. What would you like to play?
Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great-aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play. We can play Bull, Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
No, good for her.
Up for a game of bull?
It's really easy to play. You roll the corn and move your
Here we
warrior
go
and
again.
put dots on the corn. If no dots, then you get to move 5 spaces. You get 2 turns, but you can pass on your second turn. You just keep on going down this track, and you can capture my person if you land on him. Whoever gets all the warriors wins. I'll be blue. Here we go.
You can go.
Your turn.
I pass.
Pass.
Oh no.
Your turn.
You can go.
This is gonna take forever.
Pass.
You can go.
Pass.
I pass.
Pass.
I pass.
You can go.
Haha.
Oh no.
Your turn.
Pass.
I pass.
She'll get 4.
You can go.
Give me a 1. Yes.
Gotcha. I pass.
You can go. Oh no.
Oh, it's 6. Darn it.
Your turn.
Your turn.
You can go.
Pass.
I pass.
Your turn.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Dang it.
Oopsie. I pass.
Your turn.
Give me a 2.
Oh no.
I win.
Want to play a game?
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penvillian name and heritage that should be treasured. Blech.
Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
Yes, but I won't tell. Not unless you beat me at Skull and Bones. My friend Hulga bought this for me. It's like Go Fish,
Hulga.
but you have to collect 3 of a kind of weird things like zombies and ghosts. You go first.
Okay, I see how it works.
Do you have any tombstones?
Here you go.
Do you have any haunted houses?
Here you go.
Do you have any spiders?
Here you go.
Do you have any tombstones?
Nada. Your witches, please.
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Any bones?
Afraid not. Do you have any coffins?
Nada. Any bats?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any skulls?
Sorry. Do you have any zombies?
Go dig.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Do you have any tombstones?
Sorry. Any bats?
You're
Nope.
going to have to go dig. Do you have any bones?
Here you go.
Do you have any ghosts?
Go dig.
I like this go
Do you
dig.
have any zombies?
Nope.
Sorry. Do you have any haunted houses?
Go dig. Any bones?
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Do you have any spiders?
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Any bats?
Get out your shovel.
Get out your shovel.
Do you have any zombies?
Here you go.
Gotch.
Do you have any tombstones?
Here you go.
That's a match. Do you have any skulls?
Sorry. Any bats?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any coffins?
Nada.
I got a match.
Any
Aha.
bats?
Go dig. Do you have any haunted houses?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any ghosts?
Here you go.
That's a match. Do you have any skulls?
Go dig.
Oh.
Any bats?
Damn
All
it.
yours.
Any bats?
Go dig. Do you have any skulls?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any bats? I win.
Aha!
You
Amy.
won. Good job. Okay, the password for my grandfather's computer is on his coat of arms, plain as day.
I should get going.
Ta-ta.
Why does she have a thing for Aida? That's so wild.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
Oh dear God.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it. That was written by Charles Penvillin way back in like the 1500s. When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
As the moon rises upon thee, fear not, but draw upon the strength of absent friends and toast to their memories and happiness and wonder. With the stalwart heart of a knight, let charity be thy guiding angel. Stay firm in knowledge as a dedicated geometer, and fear not the ravages of Father Time. For, dear child, as you learn the lessons of folly, the secrets of this world shall dawn in thy soul. Ha! Madam Butterfly.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer. It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
Ah,
What is this book?
Don't know really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
oh boy. This looks like tarot. Oh, nope, nope, no cooking. No, bad cooking. Monsters. Runes. Ancient runes. Probably gonna need that eventually.
Nigel gave that to me when I was in the library once. I think he was hoping it would scare me, but it didn't. I'm too smart to believe in that sort of stuff.
Werewolves. The ancient times claimed savagery of wolves is both terrified and awed the humans they came in contact with. Technology like small children, no travelers, legends as to their evil viciousness became widespread, predictable. Lycanthropy. The symptoms of lycanthropy. Half human, half beast. Permanent. Change at will. Curse. Weak vision. Dry tongue. Constant thirst. Fatigue. Sounds like Linda. Casing ill-tempered and aggressive. Usually went into hiding, returning to society only to satisfy its appetite for newfound flesh. Ugh. That's not creepy at all. the hell? Hiding an attack? Oh boy. Convinced that they were werewolves. Paliki Vadas 212-555-9408. It's probably in her phone, but interesting. That blinked at me.
Oh,
Oh my god!
You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel.
Oh my god.
Hello, Ethel. Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week.
Wow, I feel so embarrassed. I didn't think I'd have a fan club all the way over here.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane.
Oh, I guess I'll be going then.
Oh Jesus.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure.
There goes my cell phone.
Mr. Bergdorf. So I got no help this time? Oh, I got Ned. Okay, so I can call Ned. Who's Mrs. Petrov? Okay, so her grandfather's coat of arms. Huh. What do you want me to do? I'll call Ned then.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, Nancy.
Just wanted to let you know I got here safely.
So how's Blackmoor Manor?
A little on the spooky side.
How's Mrs. Petrov's daughter?
A little on the spooky side.
Which means?
It's just very strange. She stays in bed hiding behind this curtain all day.
Do you have any idea what the deal is?
Nope.
Well, just keep talking to her. As soon as she knows she can trust you, I'm sure she'll open up.
Linda's stepdaughter, Jane, she has this really weird picture book in her room.
What do you mean, a picture book?
I mean, pictures are all that's in this book. No words, just these strange hand-drawn images. And the book is old, like it's been around for centuries.
Drawings, huh? Maybe it's some kind of an ancient instruction manual. You know, for people who didn't know how to read.
Could be. When I asked her about it,
That's
Jane
a really
said
good
her
point.
grandfather gave it to her. And then
what?
And then she changed the subject.
Sounds like that book may prove to be pretty important.
I'll talk to you soon.
Just be careful over there.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Okay. Who am I supposed to call?
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petrov. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Yes, and I'm afraid she seemed really depressed.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
Why is she hiding behind that curtain?
I have no idea. When I was out there last week, I got fed up and pulled the curtain back. She threw a fit, but otherwise she looked absolutely normal. A little pale, perhaps, but who wouldn't be pale, cooped up like that? Something has changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda, although...
Although what?
It's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
Who exactly is Mrs. Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
In what way?
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something. Or somebody.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petroff.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
You happy? Okay.